Hey everybody, welcome to Give Me 5 Minutes with Fort Smith City Director Neil Martin, where we talk about the events that happened last week and we look ahead to what's going on this week. Let's go ahead and jump in. Last week we had a study session. This was last Tuesday on August 13th. We discussed police department towing policy. A lot of discussion, a lot of feedback that we've gotten from towing companies around the city of Fort Smith and their concern about this. We also talked about a active transportation plan and a comprehensive safety action plan. Those were discussed at the meeting. They're on the agenda for this Tuesday to vote on. We also talked about Fort Smith cemeteries and some challenges we've had around 3 cemeteries in the city of Fort Smith not being kept up by the entity that's supposed to. And so we talked a little bit about that. Full transparency, I was not at the meeting. I had another engagement I had to be at, so I was not at the agenda. So just like you, I have to go to fortsmithar.gov/watch. There I can see the full agenda and I can see all the discussion items. I can see what questions each director asked, the feedback from the citizens. So I encourage you to always go there to get a full understanding of what happened. Now that was last week. This week on Tuesday, we have a regular board meeting, and it is the longest agenda packet that I've ever gotten. It's got a couple of agenda items with a lot of information around them, but it's 900 pages of items related to everything we're going to talk about. I'm not going to talk about all of them. I'm just going to hit some of them. And again, go to fortsmithar.gov/watch. There you can see that full agenda. You can see all the materials supporting what we're going to talk about. So just a few of the key things. We're going to be discussing a resolution to approve the purchase of facility at 4811 South Zero Street. If you remember, this was the facility, the former train facility, that there was questions if this was a foreign entity, a Chinese-owned entity that was purchasing this property. The Secretary of State or the Attorney General has done an investigation. Turned out that is not a foreign entity. We are voting to approve that this Tuesday. We'll also be voting to authorize potential grant with the U.S. Department of Transportation through the Safe Streets and Roads for All grant program for improvements to Grand Avenue and Park Avenue and Kincaid Avenue. We'll also be voting to authorize submission of a grant application to the Department of Transportation for funding through the Charging and Fueling Infrastructure Grant Program for charging stations in our area. So electric vehicle charging stations in our area. We'll be setting a public hearing on a proposed annexation of area around Highway 271 and Highway 253, significant part of land that is surrounded on all sides by the city of Fort Smith and the state line. We would be authorizing, we'll be potentially moving forward with annexation there. And the items related to last week at our study session, we'll be voting to repeal the Trails and Greenway Master Plan and adopting the Move Fort Smith Active Transportation Master Plan, and voting to adopt the Comprehensive Safety Action Plan for the city of Fort Smith. So a lot of items. We'll be appointing folks to commissions, boards and commissions, along with this. A lot of things going on. We've gotten a lot of feedback on a number of these items, especially a lot of feedback about the Active Transportation Master Plan. People have been reaching out. Some have had concerns with that plan. But I encourage all our citizens to reach out to your board of directors. We represent you. We work for you. So don't hesitate to reach out to us if you've got questions about anything. We'll be at the Blue Lion, 101 North 2nd Street this Tuesday, discussing all of these items. I hope to see you. I hope to get the opportunity, chance to get to meet you. So come on down. That's it for this week's Give Me 5. I hope the information was informative and made you better aware of the items that are in front of your board of directors. We'll do this again next Sunday on Give Me 5.